going, guys? Today we're going to be installing a out-equipped 12-volt AC unit on the top of this 84 VW Adventure Wagon. You're going to see some modifications to the sunroof area because this AC unit was not meant for a sunroof this large, but I wanted to use it on this application, so we're going to see what we can do to make it work. Coming to you actually after the install, so if you glance up there, see a little taste of what you will see in this video. So I know it went okay, but definitely some hurdles if you're installing it in this particular vehicle. If you're installing this in any other vehicle, it has a standard sunroof opening that a lot of campers and vans have. It's pretty much a bolt-in, ready to go install. So let's see what we can make happen today. All right, we're gonna figure it out as we go here. Obviously never installed one of these on a van or anything. So I'm gonna start by removing the old sunroof here. This sunroof, I know these rooftop units are set up for like traditional RV or van, small 14x14 style sunroofs. This one's big. My understanding is it still will work, or I might have to make a custom plate. We will find out. I think it's just 4 screws, pop this guy off. Let's see. Oh yeah. We're doing it. How about that? Alright.
Nice and clean.
Nice surface up there. Alright, let's yeah, get in there and take a look.
I don't know what this can see.
There we go. Back to my messy garage. Let me see what I have inside here. Here is the unit. Alright, so curiosity for me will be where I need to run this gasket. Alright, so we're back after it's been many days. So what we did was we had to do some planning because again this AC unit's not meant for this size hole. It's meant for a 14x14, kind of like a traditional hole size, and it wasn't wide enough to cover a sunroof even with the gasket it has, which gives you a little bit of flex. So we made a block off plate, an inner one and an outer one. The outer one, which I'll show you in a second, exact same size as the sunroof. They sandwich together, leaving you with a 14x14 hole. If somebody's doing this for this particular van, Adventure Wagon, VW, or just Adventure Wagons in general, I can upload this file if they really want it. We'll show you a top view here. So we're going to sit the rooftop unit up on top, and we're going to run some wires and stuff, and we'll clip in some footage of that and then kind of touch base when things are kind of in place.
It's a little hard to tell because the back of this thing bulges out a little, but it seems fairly square.
Okay, it looks a little twisted left to right to me in here, but I don't know. I'm going off my plates, which I don't...
Which way would you prefer? Which side?
The rear could go towards you.
What's that?
The rear could go towards you a little.
On... Yeah, okay. See what you're saying. Like that?
No, like pull it, the rear towards you, like left.
I see.
Yeah. And back a hair.
The whole thing?
Yeah, back the other way, just a hair, like a tap.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's...
I mean, that looks pretty square up here.
Yeah.
But give me a commentary. What are you doing? Give me another commentary. Something else, please.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's
I'm trying to tighten these brackets in place, and
so we got the air conditioner on, and now
yes,
we're
installing these brackets. Again, this is not meant for this vehicle, so we're living and we're learning. I'm trying. What I would like to do is I'm using these. They're going to mount against my external bracket. And I'm going to hope that's enough to hold everything while we're going down the road. It's gonna work great. Yeah, we're just putting these brackets across. And we'll snug them up here. And then we're gonna run our cord again. Another thing, it's not meant for this van. Say it again and again. I modified this to bring my wire inside here. We're gonna tuck it into this light so it's all hidden. This is not typical installation. That's why there's 2 separate videos here. We're gonna do a review video and installation video. Review video can be what's expected under normal circumstances. Installation video is gonna be what it takes to install this in a Adventure Wagon. There's multiple different kinds of Adventure Wagons. I'll tell you what, they're all an adventure. And, you know, that reminds me about a little something I was told once. Life's an adventure. Yep. Sweating in here. How hard is it to get power to this bad boy?
You want to run it now?
Yeah, I do. God. Really, in theory, you just have to hook this up to a battery. All right, we're gonna pretend like that was 15 minutes. It was way longer. We managed to snake the wires from here into this light cavity. Our solar panel does on the other side does the same thing. So from here, what we're gonna do is I can hide the wires inside this shell, run it down to here. I'll run it down to the battery, or to, I should say, the 120 volt in, because I'm going to be running this on a, for now, we don't have enough solar. I'm going to be running this thing on an inverter most of the time when we're parked. Maybe in the future we'll run it fully off solar. So that would be the next step. I'm going to create a junction box in here. So if I ever want to take this off, I can just pull these wires out and it's going to run down through there. And we'll go from there. So everything, for the most part, it's all secured here. In theory, you can bolt up this guy right here and hook everything up. I might as well just do that right now. I will say, just part of the game. It is tricky to do that, but that's all. That's all of that. Let's stick this thing on here, make sure this thing fits. How it's supposed to. Oh yeah. And they supply you with all the hardware you need, which I dumped down a pile here, but I'm sure I like to think other people will sort it nicely. I'll just put these screws in. Get them started with my fingers and we'll come back through. So, it's pretty good. Alright, just to wrap up here. We are installed and running. How I ended up wiring it is wires sneak through here into this light cavity here. They're spliced together, run back behind into here. I don't know if you can see them, up into here. They sneak out right here, and then they run down into here, which in here I have a inverter, which is a little loud. It was a cheap inverter and didn't have covers for these plugs, so I taped them, but something to fix for another day. But that inverter runs down, if you have one of these vans, it runs down under the seat to where the shore power comes in. I just got back from camping and had this thing on all weekend with reflective window covers on it, and it did really well, even on 90+ degree days. It ran most of the day. We'll get into it in the review video. I won't touch too much on that, but it did pretty well. So it does work. Install was not bad at all. Only things I would go back and say I would change for my install is I'll show you in a minute here, but there is the condensation drip holes drip right on the gasket of the sunroof block off plate, and it could be a little tighter on my block off plate. It's just more of a failure in my install. These bolts should be a little shorter. It would suck it down a little tighter. Anyway, if I'm sitting on the wrong angle and water sits or puddles on top of that gasket, I get a little bit of drip over here. Was fine all weekend, actually sitting on an angle where it's all running off fine on the other side of the van. But I think the fix for that, before I install this, I should have caulked around the seam or flex sealed around the seam to avoid that. I'll quick pop up and show you. I put a little flex seal in there, but it drips out of these drain holes and sits right there. But I need to flex seal it a little better yet, and we'd be good to go. But yes, that's it for the install video. I will follow this video up with a review video, and we'll go from there.